9 Powerful Habits to Transform Your Life Forever. Good morning, class. Today we will explore the 9 powerful habits that can transform your life forever. These habits have been practiced by some of the most successful people in history and can help you excel in school, relationships, and beyond. Let me begin with a story. My grandmother often told me about how in her time everything cost just 2 pays. She'd say now prices are skyrocketing and it's all because of those clueless government officials. And her complaints would go on for hours. Now think about it. Isn't this what reactive people do? They focus on things they cannot control, like inflation or politics. But what about proactive people? They think differently. They say, what can I do to improve my situation? Ravi, imagine you own a business. Instead of blaming the market for low sales, you ask yourself, how can I make my product so good that customers can't live without it? That's the mindset of successful people. Now let's dive into the 9 key habits that can truly be game changers in your life. Habit 1. Be proactive. Stop waiting for the world to change. Take charge of your own life. Now let's do a thought experiment. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine you're at a funeral. But here's the twist. It's your funeral. What would you want people to say about you? Would they call you kind, hardworking, or someone who made a difference? Or would they struggle to find the words? The truth is, the way we live today defines what people will say tomorrow. So ask yourself, am I living a life that aligns with the legacy I want to leave? Habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. Begin with the end in mind is about envisioning your desired legacy and letting that vision guide your actions and decisions daily. Now let's talk priorities. Imagine you say your health and family are your top priorities, but then you spend hours watching TV or scrolling Instagram. Does that align with your values? Class chuckles. Exactly. There's often a huge gap between what we say is important and how we spend our time. It's time to close that gap. Great achievers like Mahatma Gandhi envisioned an independent India and let that vision shape their every action. Steve Jobs imagined how technology could revolutionize lives, driving his relentless pursuit of innovation. Similarly, Walt Disney saw a world of happiness and imagination inspiring generations. Each started with the end in mind, creating legacies that define them to this day. Now, habit 3. Put first things first. Focus on what truly matters. Put first things first means focusing on what truly matters and prioritizing actions that align with your values and goals. Here's another example. Imagine 2 authors, Anjali and Raj. Anjali reads Raj's book, loves it, and shares it with her followers. Raj does the same for Anjali. Both gain new readers and grow together. Now imagine if Anjali left a negative review for Raj, hoping to hurt his sales. What would happen? Both would lose. In the Ramayana, Lakshmana illustrates this by choosing to accompany Lord Rama into exile, putting loyalty and service above his personal comfort. Similarly, think of a sculptor chipping away at a stone to reveal a masterpiece, each deliberate action focused on the ultimate vision. Historically, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam demonstrated this habit by dedicating his time and energy to India's space and defense programs, prioritizing national progress over personal gain. Let us move to habit 4. Think win-win. This habit is all about fostering a mindset of mutual benefit where everyone grows and succeeds together. Let me share a few inspiring stories that will show you how powerful this habit can be. Let's start with the story of Nick Vujicic. Born without arms and legs, Nick faced unimaginable challenges growing up, but instead of focusing on what he didn't have, he focused on what he could give. He turned his life into a story of inspiration. Nick didn't just strive for personal success, he made it his mission to help others find hope. Through his organization, Life Without Limbs, Nick embodies the spirit of think win-win, creating a better world for himself and others. Now meet Sudha Chandran, an acclaimed Indian classical dancer. After losing her leg in an accident, many believed her career was over. But Sudha didn't give up. She didn't just rebuild her life, she created opportunities to inspire millions through her performances. Her attitude wasn't just about winning for herself, it was about proving to the world that challenges can become stepping stones. She believed her triumph could motivate others to overcome their obstacles. That's what is think win-win. These stories teach us that thinking win-win isn't just a strategy, it's a way of life. It's about seeing life as a cooperative arena, not a competitive one. When you think win-win, you're not just climbing to success alone, you're bringing others along with you. So I challenge you all, as you step into your day, think about how your actions can create a win-win for you and the people around you. Remember, success feels best when it's shared. Let's make a habit of growing together, uplifting each other, and creating a world where everyone wins. Who's ready to start thinking win-win today? Class, let's talk about habit 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Imagine you're working on a group project and a teammate suggests an idea you think won't work. Instead of dismissing it outright, what if you ask them why they believe it's a good approach? You might discover they've had past success with it, or it fits a part of the project you didn't consider. Here's another example. Think about when you're at home and your parents are upset about something you did. Instead of jumping to defend yourself, take a moment to understand their feelings. Maybe they're not angry about the action itself, but worried about how it might affect your future. Even with friends, if someone suddenly withdraws or seems upset, instead of assuming they're angry at you, ask and listen. You might find they're dealing with something entirely unrelated. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna first understood Arjuna's dilemma before offering guidance. Great communicators like Gandhi and empathetic leaders like Nelson Mandela practice this habit. When you truly listen, you gain empathy, build stronger relationships, and create a foundation for collaboration. This habit helps you avoid misunderstandings, strengthens trust, and paves the way for the next habit. Habit 6, Synergize, where the magic of teamwork and creative solutions begins. Let's dive into habit number 6, synergy. Now, synergy isn't just a fancy word, it's a powerful principle of combining strengths. Think about the Vanarasena in the Ramayana. Individually, they were just monkeys, but together, they achieved the impossible. Imagine this. Each monkey, from the smallest to Hanuman, who lifted a whole mountain, worked in perfect unity to build the bridge to Lanka. That's the magic of synergy, turning individual strengths into collective power. Now, fast forward to modern times. Companies like Google are perfect examples of synergy in action. Picture this, a colorful office buzzing with energy where people from different cultures, backgrounds and skills come together to brainstorm. It's this diversity and collaboration that lead to groundbreaking innovations. Every great idea at Google isn't from one person. It's the product of a team working in sync. And guess what? This isn't limited to ancient legends or tech giants. In our lives, synergy can mean teaming up with classmates to ace a group project or combining talents in a sports team to win championships. When we respect and build on each other's strengths, we create something far greater than we could alone. So remember this, synergy isn't just about working with others, it's about celebrating differences and making them your strength. Now here's something to think about. Synergy helps us grow, but to stay at our best, we need to take care of ourselves. That's where habit number 7 comes in. Sharpen the saw. It's all about renewing your mind, body and soul to keep thriving. Let's explore that next. All right, class. Now that we understand the power of synergy, let's talk about something equally important, sharpening the saw. A habit. No, 7. Imagine this. If you had a blunt saw, you wouldn't keep cutting endlessly, right? You'd stop, sharpen it, and then get back to work. The same applies to us. Self-renewal keeps us sharp, focused and ready for challenges. Let's take inspiration from 2 examples. First, think of the ancient sages. They meditated under the tranquil shade of the Himalayas to find clarity and wisdom. Picture this, a sage sitting beneath a glowing tree, the light symbolizing the wisdom they gained through self-renewal. Their ability to pause, reflect and recharge allowed them to guide entire civilizations. Now fast forward to today, consider Virat Kohli, one of the greatest cricketers of our time. His fitness isn't just about looking good, it's about staying at his peak on the field. Imagine him in a gym, lifting weights, running drills, pushing limits. That discipline off the field translates into his stellar performance on it. Whether it's meditating for clarity or training for excellence, sharpening the saw ensures we stay at our best. So how can you sharpen your saw? It could be as simple as exercising, reading a good book, or taking time to meditate. Self-renewal isn't just about rest, it's about preparing yourself for your next big moment. But here's the catch. Even when we're at our sharpest, life throws us curveballs. That's where adaptability comes in, our ability to embrace change and thrive in uncertainty. As we explore habit number 8 next, let's learn how to blend sharpness with flexibility to truly stay ahead. Class, we've just talked about sharpening the saw, renewing ourselves to stay sharp, but life isn't always predictable, is it? Even with the sharpest tools, success often depends on our ability to adapt. That brings us to habit number 8. Embrace adaptability. Adaptability is the key to thriving in a world of constant change. Take a moment to think about Lord Krishna in the Mahabharata. He was the ultimate strategist, always adapting to the situation. Remember when he advised Bhima to target Duryodhana's weak spot, his thighs? It wasn't just a clever tactic, it was a masterclass in flexibility and quick thinking. Picture this, Krishna whispering that advice to Bhima on the battlefield, then smiling as Bhima triumphs. That's the power of adaptability, winning by adjusting to the challenge. Now let's fast forward to modern times. Think about Netflix. Did you know they started as a DVD rental company? They realized that sticking to the old way wouldn't work forever. Imagine this, a timeline showing Netflix's evolution from mailing DVDs to pioneering global streaming. By adapting to new technologies and consumer needs, Netflix didn't just survive, they thrived and redefined entertainment. Adaptability isn't just for ancient legends or global corporations, it's for all of us. It's about being ready to pivot, whether it's tackling an unexpected question in an exam, learning a new skill, or rethinking a project when things don't go as planned. And here's something to think about. While adaptability helps us thrive in changing times, our ultimate strength comes from empowering others to succeed with us. That's what habit number 9 is all about. Empower others. When you help someone rise, you create a ripple of positivity and leadership. Let's explore how empowering others transforms not only their lives, but yours as well. Class, we've journeyed through habits that build us as individuals, sharpening our skills, embracing change, and working together. Now let's talk about what true success looks like. It's not just about personal achievement, it's about helping others succeed. Habit number 9, empower others. Empowering others is the hallmark of great leaders. Let's start with Lord Krishna and Arjuna in the Mahabharata. Arjuna was hesitant, doubting his role in the battle for Dharma. But Krishna didn't just tell him what to do. He inspired him, guiding him to discover his inner strength. Picture this, Krishna placing his hand on Arjuna's shoulder, his words igniting a fire within Arjuna, transforming him into the warrior who changed the course of history. That's empowerment, showing someone the greatness they already carry within. Now think of Mother Teresa. Her life was dedicated to empowering the most vulnerable. She didn't just provide food or shelter, she gave people dignity and hope. Imagine this. A vibrant community scene where Mother Teresa helps children, her compassion, creating a ripple effect of positivity. Those children grew up with the hope and courage to change their circumstances and in turn empower others. Empowering others doesn't always require grand gestures. It can be as simple as mentoring a friend, encouraging a sibling, or leading a team. When you uplift someone, you don't just transform their life, you create a ripple that multiplies positivity and growth. As we wrap up, here's a thought to carry forward. Empowerment is the ultimate legacy. So ask yourself, how can you empower someone today? Whether it's through guidance, support, or simply believing in them, you have the power to ignite change. So, class, we've explored 9 powerful habits that can transform not just your life, but the world around you. From being proactive to empowering others, these habits are a guide to living with purpose, resilience, and impact. Each habit builds upon the other, helping you grow as an individual while contributing to the greater good. Remember, success is a journey, and these habits are your roadmap. Practice them consistently, and you'll not only achieve your goals, but also inspire those around you to do the same. If you've enjoyed this session and found value in these habits, don't forget to like this video, hit the bell icon, and subscribe to the channel for more such inspiring content. Share this with someone who could benefit from it. It could be the first step in empowering them. Let me leave you with this thought. The habits we cultivate today shape the legacy we leave tomorrow. Make each habit count. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey through the 9 habits. Keep learning, keep growing, and always aim to be your best self. Until next time, take care and stay empowered.